Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, good day, wherever it is in the world you are joining us from. Hello, my name is Isioma Iloba, and I'll be your host for the next few minutes or so. Discuss how women all over the world can move forward to become the fullness of who they are. Today's topic is very symbolic. I was asking guidance, what should be the focus? And today, the subject that was gifted to me was the return of everything to the woman, to Mother Earth. The one thing that many of us don't realize is that civilizations of all were built on the back and the wombs of women worldwide. Just think about it. The kings and the lords and everybody else who history has elevated were created, were born, were birthed from the wombs of women. Even when men felt in conflict and didn't know what to do, what did they do? They returned to the women folk, to their mothers, to those who raised them for greater wisdom, for greater insight of how they can navigate the difficulties of leadership. Because women have mastered the art of leadership, leading our families, our tribes, cultures into from one era to the next, eons. And if you think about this, no matter what tradition you look at, Mother Earth is considered a mother for reasons that are very obvious. But just think about it. We're born from Mother Earth. All that we need to survive was given to us by Mother Earth. All the food, the water, the air, the rain, the sun, everything that comes into Mother Earth's surface is a gift for our well being. And when we die, we're going back to the earth. We go back to the source. So also it is for women folk all throughout Mother. We have to recognize the power that we hold within that is inherent in our genealogy, in our DNA, to carry the womb of civilizations, male, boys, older men, doesn't matter what masculine entity is in the or is on the platforms of leadership and society today, everything comes back to the female that has birthed everything and everyone. Animals also depend on females to give birth. At least I'm talking about mammals and animals. I'm not talking about microscopic particles that have both of them do. But at some point in time, even those that are have both sexes, the microscopic animals and bacteria, at some point in time, they split into male and female, and then go from there. Because the need to be expressed as female is very strong. The need to live out our destiny is in our bones. And many of us, for decades and centuries, have abdicated our true, authentic blueprint. And that is what today's discussion is all about. How we, as women, are flowers of transformation into the feminine essence that we've then the boss has given to us. Irrespective of what you were created as a woman for a reason, as if to give birth to certain things. Maybe it's a family, maybe it's your business plan, maybe supporting someone else who is doing what you dreamed you could do. So now is the time for us to take back that power that we have given to our brothers and our fathers, our grandfathers, to the boss at work who is masculine oriented, because we've always tried to fit in so that we can feel that we belong. If you go back to yesterday's episode, I discussed how I discovered just yesterday morning that years ago, um, a certain gentleman was tapped to expand the market for this industry. And this gentleman, this whoops, only the only people who are smoking are guys. And he realized there was an untapped market in the women folk. Women were at home taking care of children, not going anywhere after work, not 10 million people online or anywhere else. They were just focused on taking care of the home. So he decided to create a marketing campaign. Yes, a marketing campaign and targeted women. Women were encouraged to start smoking cigarettes so that they can feel empowered, equal to the men folk. And that is how the entire population of females were now drawn into smoking. And I can tell you, I'm not one to smoke and I don't necessarily support smoking, but just to share the story of how we women have left behind our own innate powers because we had the a need to fit into the masculine world. And that still exists today. And that is why many of us worldwide are still struggling with depression, anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, regret, um, anger. We feel anger for no reason, but because may not be your boyfriend, may not be your loved one. It could be because you have not reconciled and embraced your authentic self. Today, I want us to go into our feminine nature and consider what can you do to embrace your feminine self. I was going back to read a specific note that I had left for myself months ago. And I had asked guidance, inner guidance, for how I can manifest more of my feminine essence. And this is what I received. Connect with your source several times a day. For me, that is connect with a higher power. You know, it's just like an electric socket. Once you plug in, bzzz, you get excited, you get galvanized, you get turbocharged with your own authentic power. You're not dealing with anything else, right? You're just turned on by the electricity of your divine nature. The second one is sing your Tao song. The Tao song for me is the song of my soul. The song of my soul connects me with my most sacred, most authentic feminine self. And it is different every day. Every day, depending on what I feel, it sounds different. Do you want to hear it? All right, I'll sing a few notes for you. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Yo. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Yo. Close your eyes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 you. That's just a few seconds. Sometimes I sing this while I'm cooking, doing laundry, driving to work, or whatever else I'm doing. The other item on the list is soften your mindsets and reverse negativity when it shows up. Are you able to recognize and your mindsets that lean into the not so positive sides of who you are? Are you aware of them? Can you soften them a little bit? Can you turn them around? All you need to do when that thought occurs, like go seek revenge, or this person is better than I am, or this person is wearing something better than I can afford, or that girl, she's so smart, who does she think she is? Sometimes we women, we become very cat-like, want to pull down other people into the crab bucket. But that's not necessary. So when you have those kind of thoughts, even thoughts about yourself, lack of love, lack of alignment with your true self that gives you joy, things that steal your joy from you, whether it's comparing, complaining, or criticizing, those three things, will always take away from your authentic power. Complaining, criticizing, and comparing. Those three, the three C's. When you see that, when you notice that about yourself, immediately connect with your higher power and say, "Dear God, please forgive me. I want to remove this mindset from my being. I'm so grateful for your blessings." And heaven will give you many opportunities to transform that. The more you notice it, the more you remove it. One day you're going to realize, poof, it's gone. It's happened to me. Many noticing something, I immediately start transforming it. And I've noticed tremendous change in my life since then. The other thing is skincare to elevate your feminine connection. Aha! Now, many of you may not be aware that you could use skincare as a tool to help you feel feminine and soft. Buy the one, just don't buy anything that's out there or use perfume that is out there because everybody is buying it. Buy something that you absolutely love. And anytime you use that, soft on the inside, it makes you feel soft and feminine. So I had my lotion designed by somebody that I trust, by somebody who makes skincare that is just astonishing, soaps and lotions. I went to him and said, "Please, can you design something for me?" And he did. I didn't want anything sticky that's going to stay on my skin for hours on end. I wanted lotion that's easily absorbable. And so he designed one for me. And that's what I use. So something similar. The other thing is walks in nature. When have you last had a walk in nature? Now, I'll admit I'm not so good at this because I'm I'm focused on getting stuff done. But in the summer months, I mean, now it's cold and it's not very appealing to me, and I think I have to change my mindset about that. But in the summer months, I was going outside every day. There's a train track behind my house. I would go walk in there and sit there for hours, sometimes for 2, 3 hours, just being in nature. There's forest and woods there. I would just sit there. Sometimes I would take my book with me. Sometimes I wouldn't take anything, just so I can absorb of being at peace and just loving all the trees, the animals, the deer, the hedgehog, the squirrels, the leaves that are swaying from side to side, the fragrance of the trees, the dead wood, the rocks. I mean, everything, the leaves. There's, I mean, so much to admire about nature. The way the sunlight comes through the leaves, shades of green in between. I mean, the pine trees, the regular trees, the oak trees, the short trees, the tall trees, the blue skies. Oh, I could stay there for hours and dream. Sometimes I've gone there, laid on the grass, and just looked up at the sky. Just being in nature is such a joy. What gives you joy? I also enjoy drinking tea. Oh, you want to get me? Give me tea. I love tea with a little bit of honey. Yes, yes, yes. I love tea. Anytime I'm drinking tea, I'm a happy camper. So, what can you do to bring joy back into your life as a female, as a feminine, to help you reconnect with the parts of you that you had forgotten? And the other item that's on my list is to accept God's love. Sometimes because we inhabit the male dominated world that are hyper independent and I can do this and I can do that, sometimes inadvertently we push away help that is either directly through heaven, Allah, Buddha, whatever sacred being of love and light that you enjoy being with, or by people all around us. The person at the post office that you meet who says, "Oh, let me help you with the box." Most of us, no, 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 don't worry. I got it. I can handle it. Why? Now I let people help me. Forget about being hyper independent. That is a fallacy. That is not true. We are all interdependent on each other. I'm dependent on the person who is baking bread. I'm dependent on the person who is at the grocery store. I'm dependent on the person who can fix my washing machine. I'm dependent on the person who built my laptop. I'm dependent on the person who cut the meat in the grocery store. I mean, we're all independent, interdependent on each other. So the illusion that we are independent doesn't really cut, master. So I've started opening up my heart. Somebody wants to give me something? Yes. Somebody wants to help me with something? Yes. Somebody wants to pitch in? Yes. And the same thing too, people, anytime I can. Because sometimes people need that soft space to relax, to breathe, to remember that they are cared for by heaven. And we are all part of the heavenly realm here on Mother Earth. So let's not forget that. And I think that was the last one. And then the last one on the list is remembering to ask for forgiveness from heaven, from all those that we pushed aside, rejected help from. When inspiration struck us and we thought the project was too big and we pushed it away, maybe that was heaven's way of showing you where your strength lies. Blessings will come from. We often just divine intervention in our lives and we hold on to resentments. That is actually, I think, and I could be wrong, I think it's a masculine quality because it tends to consolidate and hold on to power, right? But lack of forgiveness never gave anybody any power. So learning to forgive and ask for forgiveness from those that we've hurt and harmed is a very beautiful, soft, feminine quality that we need to embrace more of so that we can, our hearts, when you do these things and more, I encourage you to sit down for 20, 30 minutes, maybe get your cup of tea or beautiful cup of soda or whatever it is that makes you happy, and make a list of things. Ask your angels, your guides, your shifus, whatever you call them, to come and support you to create a list of what you can do to blossom your feminine qualities. There are many things that you can do today. Starting now, you don't need to wait until my workshop comes around. In fact, it would be awesome if you come with your list and then we can all get ideas from each other. There are things that I would never have thought of that you may come up with, and it's just a brilliant idea. So join me for this workshop that's coming up on the 28th of February. Sign up now. Do not forget this. And you'll be amazed at what unfolds in that workshop that is divinely guided and supremely blessed. Incredible blessings will be available for everybody. Sign up. I encourage you. Please come, mark it on your calendar, and don't forget that you are a flower planted by the supreme being, the supreme powers that be. God, Allah, Buddha, Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, beloved Jesus, Archangel Michael, Mother Mary Magdalene. Doesn't matter. You are a flower and you need to treat yourself like a flower. So let us join hearts and souls to bring healing just to ourselves, but to our female folks. Send this video to all your female friends, your colleagues at work who are female, your friends in the church or in the temple or in the mosque where you go to worship and where you connect spiritually with others. Bring this to your sister friends, the ones that you have joyful times with. Let them come. Your sisters, your nieces, grandmothers, and your mothers have access to the internet when they were growing up. So the ability to transform and get insights into their feminine architecture was very limited. But now you have that available through this incredible workshop that we're going to be doing. And in case you didn't know, I made mention of it yesterday. 2026, according to the Chinese calendar, is the fire horse year. Yeah, the horse that gallops at full speed. Add to that the power of fire. Things are going to be unfolding very quickly. Opportunities will be presented to you. If you're not ready, you will not be able to take advantage. The entire cosmic cycle is galvanized to support your development, your transformation, your inner evolution, and your flowering of your feminine potential as a woman. So join me, September 28th. Go check the link either below, above, or to the side of you, depending on which cell phone or laptop or iPad you're using. Read the letter that is there waiting for you and sign up. Let me serve you with my greatest love, greatest light. Like my teacher always says, and you can say this with me, I have the power to heal and transform my life. You have the power to heal and transform your life. Together, we have the power to heal and transform the world. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of the day, evening, night, afternoon, morning, whatever. Have a day. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your taking this message to heart. And thank you for sharing this message with those who need it. We women, especially, sometimes suffer. You have no idea who you could help, prevent them from committing suicide, getting a divorce, walking away from a very powerful, beautiful relationship, separated from the children, declaring themselves bankrupt. Whatever, a lot of pain comes from the separation we've experienced as women. So send this to your friends. Let them receive the benefit of this video and the invitation that I hold within my heart. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Looks like my video don't want to end. Oh my God. Heaven wants me to stay on longer. All right, I'm going to sing my soul song for you one more time. Ah.